I want people to understand and listen to what happened to my story and my son's story. Um, my son was only 19 years old when he went to Jordan, and that's where we come from. We're Arab Americans. My mom is white American, and my father is Palestinian, Jordanian American. And when my son turned 19 years old, he wanted to go visit family members and get married. So he went to Jordan, and when he came back, after 2 years and a half, I guess they're waiting for him to be 21 before, they decide to charge him with bogus charges. Um, they charged him with material support and conspiracy to maim and kill people abroad. And they put him in jail. And after 2 years and 3 months of him being in jail, and most of the time under harsh conditions, solitary confinement, because they wanted to pressure him to testify falsely against the other people, against his co-defendants. And when he did not, they got very upset with him, with my son, and they sentenced him to 31.5 years. And they have him right now they have him in Coleman, Florida, in what is called the SHU, where he's kept under very harsh conditions in a cell, basically as big as your bathroom, and he's only allowed to be out of that cell every 48 hours, and only 1 hour, of course, to shower and maybe to exercise. And then he's only allowed to call me once a month, 15 minutes, which most of the time uh, it's interrupted, and he's not allowed to finish the 15 minutes. So I need people to know that the FBI lied about this, and even though there was no evidence in court at all except hearsay, there was no physical evidence against my son whatsoever. But the FBI either paid people to lie or took some charges off that they had against them. So they actually, used this against my son. So the trial was held 2 hours and a half away from where we live, and the jury consisted of people who were mostly white and senior citizens, and had most of them had, if not all of them, had military families. Family members in the military. And on top of that, the court or the judge allowed biased material into court that had nothing to do with my son. It was violent videotapes were shown to the jury that had nothing to do with my son. So can you imagine all of that combined? We lost the trial. And then I said, okay, maybe the judge will be fair, because she knows that my son is innocent based on that there was no evidence against my son. So we said, well, maybe my son, the judge will have, some mercy on my son and see that there was no case and there was no evidence against my son. And then maybe she would have a heart, or some conscience, and sentence my son maybe to 2 years or time served. But of course not, because I guess they make money out of people, who are in jail. So she sentenced my son to 31.5 years for doing nothing, for doing absolutely nothing. So I need the human rights activist people to be outraged and for them to do something about this young man who did nothing wrong and ended up serving, or is serving, 31.5 years. So not only that he was arrested unjustly, put in jail unjustly, and spent now 3.5 years unjustly in jail for doing nothing, but also has been sentenced to 31.5 years for doing nothing. And on top of all of that is that he's being mistreated and put under harsh conditions in the SHU, special housing unit. And it's designed basically to make these people lose their brains. Okay? I'm a Muslim person. I believe in God. But that doesn't mean that because I believe in one God, that I have to be tortured or my son has to be tortured. Please do something about this. Please write the president, write the Congress, write Eric Holder. Do whatever you can to stop this injustice and stand by me and by all these innocent Muslim people who are put in jail by the FBI who fabricates cases. Please visit me, visit my website, www.freeziyadyagi.info, www.freeziyadyagi.info, and that is ZIYAD. Yagi is YAGHI. And also visit me, join me on Facebook. And my name is Layla Yagi, LAILAYAGHI. Thank you.